Till now we have studied all about the plant morphology and its vegetative parts that includes root, stem and leaf. Now we will understand or start with the unit 2, that is the plant morphology, that deals with the reproductive parts, which includes flowers, seeds and fruits. Now, as stated earlier, when the young plants undergo growth and development process, maturation of vegetative parts occur. Along with the vegetative parts, reproductive parts also undergo maturation. Thus, result into the formation of reproductive shoots and roots. Thus, such reproductive shoots exhibits formation or bearing of flowers. Along with the formation of branches. This formation of flowers results into the formation of seeds, which further gets converted to fruits. Thus, all the reproductive parts are co-linked or correlated with one another. So, first of all, let us understand about the formation of flower and its arrangement. Flower. Now, as it can be seen from the figure, the axis on which flowers are located is known as peduncle, and further, the flowers or the sub-branches which forms flowers is known as pedicel. Thus, peduncle, axis of plant on which flowers occur. Now, such an arrangement of flowers along the axis of the plant is known as inflorescence. So, in order to understand the flowers and its arrangement in detail, inflorescence study is essential. Inflorescence is also known as anthotaxy, that is, study of flowers. Now, inflorescence of a flower or plant can be either apical or axillary. Inflorescence is basically of two types, racemose and cymose. In racemose, the apical bud does not get transformed into flower. On the contrary, in cymose, the apical bud is transformed into flower. Further subtypes of both the types of inflorescence occur. So let us begin with the study of racemose type of inflorescence. This figure depicts the various types of flowers that exhibit racemose type of inflorescence. As said earlier, here the apical bud does not get transformed into flower. On the contrary, the branches further gets divided and flower formation takes place on such pedicels. Thus, such flowers grow in an acropetal succession in the increasing order. There are various types of racemose inflorescence, as it can be seen from the figure. Basically, six types of racemose inflorescence occur. First is raceme, spike, catkin, spadix, umbel, and capitulum. Let us understand each of them in brief. Beginning with the first type, raceme. This figure depicts the type of raceme inflorescence, that is the pattern or arrangement of flowers on the peduncle. As it can be seen from the figure, the peduncle is normally elongated in such type of inflorescence, but the flowers are attached at the apex, and such type of flowers are known as stalked flowers. That is, in raceme type of inflorescence, the peduncle is normally elongated, but stalked flowers occur. That is, the flowers are located at the tip of the apex of pedicel. Example is mustard and caesalpinia. This figure is of caesalpinia flower, which exhibits raceme inflorescence, where the flowers are present at the tip of the pedicel and peduncle is elongated. Now let us understand second type of racemose inflorescence, that is spike. As it can be seen from the figure, like raceme inflorescence, in spike also the peduncle is normally elongated, but as it can be seen from the figure, the flowers are not attached at the tip but are attached at the base, and so such flowers are known as sessile flowers. Example, Achiranthus. This figure is of Achiranthus flower which exhibits spike type of inflorescence. Another example is of blue ginger flower. Now let us start with another type of that is spadix. Now this figure shows the spadix type of inflorescence. As it can be seen from the figure, in this type the peduncle is thick and fleshy and bears unisexual or sessile flowers. In this type of inflorescence, the male flowers are borne above the female flowers. Sometimes sterile flowers are present between male and female flowers. Thus, due to the presence of sterile flowers, the plants and sometimes do not undergo pollination or fertilization process. Here the peduncle is protected by a large foliage which is known as bracts. It is also known as spathe. Examples of such type of inflorescence is colocasia, which is depicted in figure. As it can be seen from the figure, in this type of flower possessing spadix inflorescence possesses male portion of the flower which is above the female portion, and spathe is present at the top, which acts as a protecting foliage for peduncle. Now the next type of inflorescence is catkin. In this type of inflorescence, if the axis of the spike type of inflorescence is weak, that is, cannot stand erect, and the peduncle bears unisexual flowers. Then such a type of inflorescence is known as catkin. Example, Echilapha. As it can be seen from the figure, in this type of flower, the peduncle or this axis of the spike is weak and acts climbing in nature. Moreover, it possesses unisexual flowers. The second example is mulberry. Mulberry is second type of example of the catkin inflorescence. As it can be seen from the figure, in which the peduncle is weak and thereby the fruits exist in unisexual manner, thereby resulting into the formation of unisexual flowers. Thus, this type of inflorescence is known as catkin. Now, fifth type of inflorescence is umbel. This figure depicts the umbel type of inflorescence. As it can be seen from the figure, the rachis or the peduncle becomes condensed and stalked flowers are arranged on the tip of the axis, like the structure of an umbrella. Thus, in umbel type, peduncle becomes condensed to form stalked flowers where the arrangement is like that of an umbrella. In this, the flowers are usually bracteate. Thus, the bracts form a cluster at the base of the flower. This group of bracts is known as involucre. Thus, involucre is a cluster of bracts that occurs at the base of flowers. Example of such type of inflorescence is onion. As it can be seen from the figure, this figure depicts the umbel type of inflorescence in onion. Now, the sixth and final type of racemose inflorescence is capitulum. This figure depicts the arrangement of capitulum inflorescence in flower. As it can be seen from the flower, a structure known as receptacle occurs. Receptacle means the peduncle becomes flat and fleshy and in disc-like manner. The flowers arranged here are sessile in nature. The flowers at the end or peripheral flowers are known as ray florets and the central flowers are known as disc florets. Such flowers are arranged in centripetal manner. The receptacle here is surrounded by a wall of bracts which is known as involucre, like umbel. Thus, in capitulum, flowers are arranged on receptacle, which is peduncle, which is flat, fleshy, and disc-like. Thus, the arrangement of flowers takes place on receptacle. The peripheral flowers are called ray flowers and the central flowers are known as disc flowers. Here the arrangement of flowers in capitulum type of inflorescence is of sessile in nature, that is, are attached to the base. Like umbel type of inflorescence, here also receptacle is surrounded by a wall of bract which is known as involucre. The examples of this type of inflorescence includes flower like semico and sunflower. This was all about racemose type of inflorescence. Now we will study about another type of inflorescence, that is cymose.